Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Veterans Day. Oh, I bet you were wondering why you didn't have school today. Today is Veterans Day, and today is the day that we pay our respect to all those who have served, currently or have served, to keep our country safe. So if you know a veteran, this is the day to be extra thankful for them. So say thank you to a veteran today. Boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Vane. I'm so excited for you to join me. I was just going through these activity books and I was wondering why we have so many left. Boys and girls, you can get one for free. All you have to do is write me a letter. Or guess what? Since we're working on personal narrative, why don't you write about your day today so that at the end of the day, write about what you did on Veterans Day. Don't forget to put your address because I'll send you one of these activity books. So don't forget to write me a personal narrative about what you did today so I can send you an activity book. So let's get started with our lessons for today. Now, remember, this week is a little bit different. We are focusing on grammar and writing. And remember, all week we are focusing on personal narrative. So I have another book to share with you. This is a book called Thunder Cake, and it is written by Patricia Polacco. And it's a personal narrative because guess what? The story is about Patricia Polacco. You're right. This is a story about when she was a little girl and how she overcame her fear of thunder with the help of her grandma. So try to see if you can find this book at your Fresno County Library, or you can try to check it out on Sora. Now, let's see who our top school is for checking out books on Sora. Are you ready? So we are on the number 3. So let's see if that's your school. So this week, the top 3rd school in Fresno Unified is Viking. Awesome job, Viking. You guys have been in the top 5 for 3 weeks now. So you guys get my excellent cheer. Are you guys ready to help me give them their excellent cheer? Ready? Put an X. Ready? We're going to go X, X, excellent. Awesome job, Viking. You guys are doing an awesome job. Don't forget to check out books to read on Sora to see if your school will be on our top 5. You guys are doing such a good job. Are you ready? Awesome. Let's get started so that we can make our brain stronger. So all this week, remember, we're going to be focusing on grammar and writing. Remember how we talked about nouns, and we said nouns are person, place, things, or an idea. And then yesterday we talked about singular nouns and plural nouns. Remember all those rules we learned to make a noun plural? I know you have to remember all of that when you're writing so that you can write the correct plural noun. Now today we're going to be learning different kinds of nouns. Okay, so we already learned what we call a common noun, and that just names a person, place, or a thing, right? And then we are also going to be learning a proper noun, and a proper noun just names a particular person, place, or thing. So if I just said girl, that's just a common noun. But if I said the name Jill, that names the girl, Jill will be considered a proper noun, and we need a capital letter because it's naming a particular place or thing, and that's what we call it, a proper noun. And then we also have what we call collective nouns. Now, collective nouns names a group or collection of people, animals, or things. So I have some sentences for us, and I want you guys to help me identify what kind of nouns are they. So not only are you going to identify the noun in the sentence, now you have to tell me, is that noun a common noun? Is that noun a proper noun? Or is that a collective noun? Now, that's a new type of noun that I'm introducing in second grade. You don't really learn it in first grade, but you do hear it a lot. So let's look at my sentence and let's get some examples. So help me read my first sentence. Ready? It says, Victor visited the aquarium in Newport and saw a huge school of fish. Now, can you see all of those nouns in there? Lots of nouns. And I already did the sentence to help us. So I knew that Victor was a noun. And guess what? Victor is a proper noun because it names him. And his name starts with a capital. So I'm going to put Victor on my proper noun. Visited the aquarium, and that's a place. You're right. So it's just a place. So we call that a common noun. You see the difference between common and proper? Now, in Newport, again, that's a city, and it's naming the city. So it's not a common noun. City would have been a common noun, but Newport is a proper noun. So I'm going to put that with my proper noun. And saw a huge school of fish. And now this is where it gets tricky because school can also mean a place, right? But the context in which my sentence used the word school is actually what we consider a collective noun because it's talking about a group of fish. So school is a collective noun. And then again, fish, just a regular common noun. So you see how we did that? We identify the nouns and then we identify what kinds of noun. Let's see if we can do that with the second sentence. Ready? Chloe saw a pack of wolves when she visited Idaho with her family. Okay, first, find all my nouns. Did you find them? Now tell me, is it a common noun, proper noun, or a collective noun? Let's see. Chloe, good, that's a noun. What type of noun? It has a capital, so it's you're right, a proper noun. So we're gonna put it with the proper noun. And saw a pack of wolves. Now we know wolves, those are animals, right? But guess what? A pack of wolves, that's what we call a collective noun because it's naming the group. So pack is a collective noun. Wolves, just a regular common noun. Good. And then when she visited, Idaho. Idaho is a state, and it names a state. It has a capital, so guess what? Idaho is, you're right, a proper noun. And with her family, right? And family is just a common noun. So let's look at my chart now. So from these two sentences, here are my common nouns. Aquarium, fish, wolves, and family. Here are my proper noun. Remember, proper noun names a particular person, place, or thing, and we always put a capital letter. So Victor, Newport, Chloe, and Idaho. And then remember, collective nouns were our last type of noun, and a collective noun names a group or collection of people, animals, or things. And we have school, like a school of fish, and a pack, which is a pack of wolves, right? So learning these different types of nouns, boys and girls, will help in your writing so that when you're writing, you'll use them correctly, okay? And along that, we're gonna go with our, let me move this, proper nouns and using capitalization. So I just have a quick practice for us. So now I wrote a sentence. And remember, proper nouns always have to have capitalization. So, Mrs. Murray took us on a hike on Labor Day. Notice there are some proper nouns in here. And remember, proper nouns always have to have capital letters. So Mrs. Murray is a name, and we needed to capitalize her name, so we need to change it so it's capitalized. You see that? And then she took us on a hike to Labor Day. And guess what? Labor Day is a holiday, and that's a proper noun, so we need to capitalize it. Just like today is Veterans Day. It's a holiday, so we need to capitalize it. How did you do? Awesome job, boys and girls. I know we have one more sentence, if we get to it, we'll come back and finish it, boys and girls, but I want to go right into our writing today because remember, all week we are focused on personal narrative. And remember, a personal narrative is a story about you. And we talked about what features are included in a personal narrative. And we said it focuses on a small moment in our life. It has a beginning, middle, and end. It describes people, places, and things. It tells how you feel, and it uses dialogue. And then I showed you an expert, or what we call a writing from a student who has mastered the standard of personal writing. And then yesterday I showed you a rubric. So we're gonna go through our writing process. So if you look at my chart, my writing process, we're gonna go through our pre-write today. And remember, pre-write just means I'm gonna set a purpose and I'm gonna brainstorm ideas, okay? So that's all I'm doing today. I'm not writing complete sentences, but I'm just getting all of my ideas down on what we call a graphic organizer. And I'm gonna use this graphic organizer to help me just get all my ideas out. And actually, I'm gonna be using a graphic organizer from a student who's in 2nd grade, just like you. Remember, we're just starting. So, audience, who is he writing to? And guess what? You guys are either writing to your teacher or your classmates, right? You're gonna write a story. What's the purpose? Well, we're writing a personal narrative. You're right. Now, think about what you want to write, and then you think about your setting. Where does your story take place? And in this friend's writing, her writing takes place at a museum, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, remember, I said it needs to be a beginning, a middle, and an end. So, as the student was thinking, she's thinking, okay, what happened in the beginning of my story? And guess what? She was thinking, okay, this is a story she wants to talk about, a class field trip to the museum. And remember, it's our pre-writing. We're just getting all of our ideas out of our head, and it's not complete sentences. You see that? And she's going to be talking about riding on a bus. So that's what's going to happen in the beginning. In the middle, she's going to be talking about seeing dinosaurs when they went through a tunnel and seeing a town 100 years ago. Okay? And then at the end of her story, she's gonna talk about how she watched the movie and there was flying birds and how she fell asleep on the ride home. So here's our graphic organizer. Now tomorrow we're gonna go into a draft, which means we're going to write out sentences into paragraphs to go with our graphic organizer. So you notice how these are just ideas and just thoughts, right? Tomorrow we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 paragraphs, and we're gonna add all those details to it. So don't forget to come back tomorrow, boys and girls, so that we can continue our personal narrative writing. And don't forget, if this gets too hard, what do we tell ourselves? We just say, I am smart, and we say, I can do it, because boys and girls, I know you can. I hope you have a restful day today. Don't forget, you still have school tomorrow. So come back tomorrow and join me in our PBS studio so we can continue. Have a great day.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.